1982, the Masons took over with section 33.3 of the Charter, which is the notwithstanding clause. The notwithstanding clause gave powers that no other government in the world has ever given to its governors. And they told us that they would be good stewards of the economy. Well, you know what? They have been. But they're not good stewards of the people and our resources.
Well then, at the end of the day, that's what counts.
Is what? How good are they to the people?
That's
You're right.
Yeah.
And no, we are living under the law, the color of office of by the people for the economy under duress of a bad contract. Go look it up in law. That's what it says. And they can say that's the law all they want. Then that's what they're doing. They have subverted the constitutions of our country, which is exactly what treachery is. Collusion with the Treasury to subvert the constitution of any Commonwealth body.
So it sounds like most of the people here have different messages, but I see a core theme that reflects what you're saying, and that is a theme of inequality. Inequality
was guaranteed to us in 1992.
Yeah.
Just look it up in the Dictionary of Canadian Law under Section 15 or under Section 3 of the Section 8.3 of the Charter of the Criminal Code. Okay, and you will see under Section 15. Go look at the last line. It's a 1992 entry, which is the year we entered NAFTA, and the court references a NAFTA agreement that we never saw. And it says there that under Section 15, a corporation is not a person.
But
all laws, rules, and regulations only apply to a person. So the laws don't apply to them. Now, Section 15 is equality before and under the law. If the corporations are not our equals, are they superior to us or our inferiors? And it's clearly they are our superiors.
Yeah, yet they're...
and they are above the law because if they don't have a person, all laws, rules, and regulations, no laws and rules only apply to a person. And if they're not a person, then the laws, rules, and regulations don't apply to them. That's the law, stupid! I mean, that's what they tell you. Section 7 in 1985 gave a corporation the right to pursue happiness. Okay? We Canadians then in 1992 got reduced to the rights that we can be happy. We have the right to perceive happiness.
But not experience it.
Experience. We can perceive we have the right to perceive happiness. And if you don't care to look through the pink-colored glasses, then that's your problem for not looking through the pink-colored glasses, sir.
Yeah.
If you look through this pink-colored glasses, you will perceive reality for what it is. Okay, I'm the loyal opposition. I am technically considered a loyal opposition of the government, of Parliament, because I'm a registered member, an officer of the Marijuana Party of Canada. I walked into courts where the courts continue. I'm always in court. And the last time I was in court, they brought in a psychiatrist who said that I needed psychiatric evaluation because of my pessimistic views. At which point I brought up to him and I said, "Sir," and asked in court, "Do you know the difference between pessimism and cynicism?" And he refused to answer the question. The judge finally forced him to answer the question with a yes or no. He said no. And the reality is cynicism in law is to have an unwarranted pessimism. In other words, as I said to him, I says, "Are my views or beliefs warranted?" And he refused to answer the question. Okay? In other words, this psychiatrist was sent in wanting to drug me out of my mind because my views, my warranted views, were upsetting me and threatening him.
Oh, his power.
His power, yes.
So what changed you? I mean, ultimately this movement is about the desire for change.
Yes. Now, and what is required is, okay, what everyone's asking for is the change of everything. And that's exactly what is being pressed throughout the world right now.
So it's not really the whole metaphor of 99 versus 1. It's more of a change for dignity and happiness for the common person.
Excuse me, dignity and happiness for the common person was taken away from us. And everybody here is a victim of waking up to find out that his rights, which he took for granted, were gone. Okay?
How
they
far
were
gone?
We are all we are all papers.
We're numbers.
Yes, okay? We are paper slaves. Before this bill C-46, we were paper slaves, created by Trudeau when he passed the criminal code. Prior to the criminal code, it was called the Criminal Code of Canada. And as to the notice they provided here today, you know, where they're showing us, it's now called the Criminal Code C-46. Okay? So the criminal code, as passed by Pierre Trudeau, is no longer in effect. It's now the Criminal Code of Harper.
Was Canada ever a sovereign country?
Technically, we are a dominion.
Yeah.
Okay, we never were a country. You could go to the United Nations today and ask them if we are a country and they won't answer. You could ask them what we are, and we technically we were created as a dominion. Dominions are supposed to be operated under municipalities, where the scepter is under the authority of his worship, the mayor, okay? Now, in Vancouver, okay, we did not vote to go the ward system when they passed it. Here in Toronto, they passed the ward system. Ottawa, they passed the ward system. Calgary, they passed the ward system, and all of these things. Now, a wardship, which they didn't bother telling you, is technically going to a constitutional form of a principality, okay? And that means the prince of the principality is the law and can change the law and affect it in any way he wants.
So it sounds like the people, they don't really, like when I see the protesters protesting, they're not really protesting the heart of the matter.
Correct, because they're not